I am fence walker, and I am a brain tumor survivor. Alright, I'm here at the neurological surgeon. See about getting my shunt pulled out. It keeps me from laying on my head, even on a pillow. I feel it a lot in my neck, down the side, in my abdomen. And I really, really want this out. I was definitely feeling very alone, thinking about this last night, this morning. I was pretty noticeably crying while my neighbor was over watching Star Trek. And I'd rather someone were there. The Star Trek was kind of relaxing. And I probably did fall asleep a little bit. I don't know what time it is now, but since I have a phone, it's 11:01. The appointment was at 10:45. The dial-a-ride picked me up at 9:45. I was actually on the bus at 9:42. Just trying not to stress. Keep thinking about what I tell all the endo heroes, that stress just means you wasted your time, even if the worst scenario happens. And I think that is that this doctor will want to do nothing. And frankly, the best case scenario is still frickin' scary, because that means I'm going under the knife again. Come in.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi there.
How you doing, buddy?
Okay, this is my support group here, so...
That's your...
I have some friends online. They suffer from endometriosis. They have a support group. I've known one of them for 8 or 9 years, and she and I have helped each other.
He or she?
She.
Okay. Is she online right now?
No, this is not a webcam. I'm just recording this on here right now. I'll end up loading it up online later.
Okay. So what can I help you with?
Okay, I have a ventriculoperitoneal shunt.
Right.
I understand they're good for 10 to 15 years.
But who told you that?
I was at a brain tumor support group, and that's what they said.
Okay.
Mine's currently been in for 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
It still hurts a lot. I can't even lay on a pillow without it hurting on the back of my head. I can feel it down the side of my neck. I can feel it down here, and I still get a lot of cramping in the lower abdomen.
And how long has that been going on?
Since it got installed.
So 26 years of that, huh? Okay. Who put it in?
I have no idea. It was a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very old shunt. Looking at it, it's says here you were referred by Dr. Seminer. It says you would like to have the shunt removed.
Or as much of it as possible. I'd actually asked about this a good 10 years ago, maybe more.
Yeah, and why didn't they remove it then?
They said they seemed to think I still needed it.
Mm-hmm.
The right side of my brain never did shrink back to its normal size.
Mm-hmm.
It's still kind of crushed up against the skull. And I don't know if that means it just lost its elasticity or if there's actual pressure. But that's the side the tube is in.
Mm. Okay. Well, why don't you have a seat? Let me just examine you briefly. As it looks to me now, I don't think it's advisable to remove the shunt. But can you look at my finger here?
And I do have double vision.
Mm-hmm. From your pineal surgery.
Yeah.
From your teeth?
I don't have any.
That's all right. Stick your tongue out. Say, ah. Good. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
No.
Okay.
I am completely deaf in my right ear.
How's your vision?
It's almost okay. I still have some diplopia. There's actually also an up-down difference between the two eyes. That's why I've noticed a kind of a red lump under my right eye. Because the face usually hurts down here and up here.
Okay. Can you look at my nose? How many fingers did I put up?
2. 1. 1. 2.
Look at my nose.
Yeah. 2. 1. 1. 1.
Okay. Can you put this down for a second?
Sure.
Can you squeeze my fingers?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Pull me towards you. Push me away. Good. Straighten out your legs. Hold it there. Hold it there. Toes up towards you. Up, 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 up. Excellent. Okay, good.
I like the reflex test for some reason.
You do?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Probably the cartoons I watched when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me that's a favorite.
Yeah, it does it by itself without doing anything, huh? Feel me touching your fingers okay?
Yeah.
That's all alright? Okay, relax. Relax. Okay. Let me listen to your... Chin up. Take a deep breath. In and out. Uh-huh. Another one. In and out quickly. Huh? Okay, very good. Can you bring your arms up for me? Close your eyes. Touch your nose. Good. How about the other side? Excellent. Okay, you can put your hands. Can you stand up for me? Good. Just stand there and close your eyes. Okay, open your eyes. Can you walk over to the corner? Good. Turn around. Can you walk tippy-toe? Good. How about on your heels? Excellent. Okay. Does it hurt to push on your back of your neck?
No.
Can you touch your toes, you think? Okay, good. How about leaning back? Excellent. Okay, good. Let me see. Here's the shunt.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts along the path of the shunt?
Yeah, a lot way up here, but frequently all the way down. I mean, in pieces.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. Have a seat. You can sit down in the chair. Well, let me give you my thoughts of where did you have the shunt placed? Do you remember?
I think it was in the Bay Area.
UC San Francisco, maybe?
No, the shunt was on Coyle Avenue. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
The staples end up getting pulled out in the Bay Area.
Okay.
And now one of the doctor's name comes to mind, John Adler.
Okay, I don't know him. Well, looking at your CAT scan, I think this is obviously a very old shunt. The ventricles are decompressed. The shunt tubing itself, I don't think can come out, the part that's in your brain, because it's the old kind where it has a flange, and it would take a major operation to take it out, and it would be risky, and I definitely advise against it. As far as the tubing is concerned, that goes from the top of your head down to your belly. When shunts, in my experience, and I admit it, it's limited. You can certainly get a more experienced opinion if you'd like. But when they've been in that long, the tubing tends to actually disintegrate. So it's not like you can make a small incision, like a fresh shunt, or a newly, some of the newer technology tubings, where you can make a small incision and just pull the whole thing out like a cooked spaghetti, okay? You would have to actually make an incision from your neck, from your head all the way down to your belly. Because what happens is the tubing gets disintegrated, or it becomes what's called friable, so it's not something that you can just pull out. Given that the CT scan looks good, I don't recommend doing shunt removal. And to top it off, it's possible that despite going through and taking it all out, you may still have the symptoms you're having because of scar tissue, not necessarily just the tubing being there.
The other part of wanting this out is getting a hearing implant because I'm deaf in the right ear. The bone apparently is good, it's just the nerves in the actual ear is bad. But where they want to put it is right up around here, and they said it's too close to where the shunt is. And to be honest, I don't know if that means that the shunt is in the way or if that the hole where it goes in is too close to where he wants to put it.
Who wants to put it there?
And I wish I kept track of everybody's names.
I mean, where did you go for this hearing implant?
Ear, nose, and throat, I don't know, of Sacramento, maybe.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't know the details, but there's certainly no contraindication from my standpoint of putting it. I mean, I don't know where they're going to put it, but my guess is that, they give you some leeway to be able to put it in there. And to me, it could be placed here. I mean, it's not a. I mean, it's not a.
So I should probably get a second opinion from the ear surgeon people.
Yeah, they can just get an X-ray, find out where the tubing is, and just make sure they avoid the tubing. That's all. There's no contraindications for putting it in. But they think that putting it in is going to help your hearing?
Well, because I don't hear a damn thing out of that side aside from the tinnitus.
How long have you had hearing loss there?
Shortly after the oncology treatments, within a year or two.
Yeah, the chemo probably did it, huh?
Well, radiation. I didn't have chemo, just the radiation.
Oh, the radiation caused hearing loss.
And I understand it can also cause brain swelling, which might be a part of the incessant migraines that I get.
Well, yeah, but the radiation was years ago, right? I mean...
Yeah, but...
Yeah, no, there's no swelling in your brain on the scan that I just saw. So I think, you can have totally normal people get migraines too. So,
but did the right side of the brain look to be the same size as the left?
Yeah, actually, their CAT scan looked surprisingly good, I thought. Let me see what the radiologist says. But I look at,
Because the last time I saw it, it was a different size.
They're saying that the right frontal lobe, very slight area of low attenuation, but it's...
what does low attenuation mean?
That means it's less dense. So it's not like it's swollen. It can be some mild swelling, but it's certainly nothing that I thought was significant, put it that way. And that's where the tube, the the end of the shunt is. But it's certainly nothing I would recommend doing anything about. And I don't personally think it's contributing to your symptoms. So that's my recommendation. I don't recommend removing it. It's it's scarred into the tubing is scarred into the brain. You'd have to go through your brain, core it out.
And we couldn't, say, chop it right back there and cap it off, tie it up, whatever they do, staple it, and then pull the rest of it out?
Well, I mean, you theoretically could, but then you may need to have it. I mean, if the shunt is working and you need it, then you're gonna have to have another shunt placed.
But from the CT, you couldn't tell that the normal pathway was working okay, because
It's a functional test, and you could do a nuclear test where you can inject dye into it, essentially, and see how it's flowing or if it's flowing. That can be done. But since, even if it's not working, I don't recommend removing it, because again, it's not going to be something that's going to just pull out like a wet noodle.
so I just have to deal with the head pain, the abdominal pain, the neck pain from the shunt.
Well, I think the risks of doing things are substantial given the age of the shunt, and you've been dealing with this for 26 years, right? I mean, it's and there's certainly no assurance that your pains would go away.
So one of the neurosurgeons told me that it's possible that there's some neuromas forming,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what most of the pain is from.
Which neurosurgeon told you that?
Again, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially scar tissue. I mean, you can have nerve endings that go into scar tissue and be irritable. But what do? Remove those, then more scar tissue will form, and you can have the same pain again.
There's no way to chemically deaden those nerves?
You can give numbing medicine, but those tend to wear off.
Like Botox.
Well, Botox is not really numbing medicine. But
They tried that for my migraines a few times. And
yeah, that can work for your migraines. Have you seen a migraine specialist, a headache specialist?
Probably. The Botox we tried 3 separate times, about 6 months apart.
And did it work?
The first time it worked the best. The second time it was kind of okay, and the third time, I was talking to the guy who was doing them, and we just decided it's probably not worth it to try again. And I probably did try again many years later, but didn't get any positive result.
I would recommend maybe getting another opinion from a neurosurgeon at downtown Sacramento. He does pediatric neurosurgery too, so he deals with shunts all the time. And I think it'd be worthwhile to get his opinion.
So can you write a referral to see him?
Yeah, I'll do that for you. That's not a problem. But honestly, from my standpoint, I just don't think it's a good idea to mess with the shunt.
And that's what I was afraid of, but
Yeah,
I need to hear it from your voice,
Yeah.
not the voices in my head.
But let me give you. Let's get a. Sam Sturcilla. And I'll write a note to Dr. Seminer, okay? Because Sam has had a heck of a lot more experience with shunts than I have, to be honest with you.
Semner, you said?
No, Ciricello, Sam. His first name is Sam.
Okay.
So give this to the girls. They'll set it up for you to set up a referral to see him, okay?
All right.
Very good. And I'll write a note to Dr. Seminer.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Thank you much.
Yeah.
I don't know how I do this alone, but I just did. And hopefully this will help one of you out there who has to go through this either alone or with others. It definitely sucks either way. So I got 45 minutes for my bus to get here. Always bring something to eat. And I've got a crossword puzzle book that I could work on too. Just little tips about dealing with the medical stuff. Good luck all.